We now have a model that has a floor plan, some appliances, and also two-dimensional pipes to represent the plumbing. I'd like to put in some three-dimensional pipes now, but first what I would really like to do is add interior and exterior walls. Earlier on, when we were looking at the different room groups and laying them out, we determined that the walls have to be of certain thicknesses in order for this layout to work, and in order to have consistent sizes for the interior walls and slightly larger sizes for the exterior walls. And so now what we're going to make is three-dimensional walls that will be in the architectural layer. So what I first wish to do is get rid of the extraneous materials such as our plumbing. I'm also going to remove our floor plan layer. That's a bad idea. We'll keep the floor plan layer. Okay, so we now have this. There we are, this plan here. And our exterior walls are going to be encompassing this rectangular area, not 15 feet, but instead 12 feet by 8 feet. So we'll make a rectangle here, 12 feet by 8 feet, and I would like it to be 8 feet tall. So I'll use my push-pull tool and bring this up. I'll type in 8 feet, and so this is our 8-foot tall box that defines the main part of the building. In order to make exterior walls out of this, I'm going to use the offset tool. And how far will we offset this? I'm going to offset it until it reaches this guideline, which I had already set for the exterior wall, 6.5 inches. So I click on there, and then click on this middle area I want to get rid of. So again, I'll use my push-pull, and I'm going to push it all the way to the bottom. You can, in fact, under some circumstances, push it through and to the other side, but if you look in the measurements box, it says distance is -8 feet, and so that brings the thickness of this central portion to 0. If I click now, it actually deletes it, so there is in fact no surface in here that belongs to this set of walls here. I'll right click on the walls, tell it to select all connected. You'll notice it's not selecting the floor plan area because those are individual groups, and so they don't automatically merge into the geometries of the drawing I'm making now. Right click again, I'm going to make it into a group. If we look at our entity info, I'll give this group a name. Exterior wall. I'll put it in a layer called architectural. And now I wish to put in my interior walls. I'm going to hide the architectural layer now. And the interior walls of this building really consist of just this part and this part here. I'm going to have it go all the way over because that's the actual wall. This empty space here is kind of mysterious. I think there's a counter or something that goes there. In any case, I don't want to make that into a wall, an interior division. So, in order to make this interior wall, there are a number of ways to do it, but for very simple walls like this, I'm going to use the line tool. I'll start arbitrarily up here, and my line tool is snapping onto the corner of the bathroom floor plan object. Click once, drag, it snaps onto the kitchen object. Click once, and now I have a line. And if you pull the line tool out, then you can see that it is now extending a new line. Bring it to that corner, bring it over here, down, but how far? I want it to be aligned with this wall here, or rather I want it to be limited to that distance. And so I've brought my line tool over to this corner. Now I bring it back, and if you move the line tool a little ways, then it will automatically snap to the limit of that line and give me a red axis indicator. So that shows that I'm now at the same level of that line. So first reference it to something, then bring it back, and it will snap to for you, which is nice. Click once. Now we'll make our next line up to here, over to here, back to there, back up to there, and then click on the surface and you can see we have our two walls. These walls I can use the push-pull tool and push up 8 feet. Right click, select all, make it into a group. Entity info lets us give the group a name, interior wall, and into the architectural layer where it disappears because my visibility has been set to 0 for the architectural layer. So let's take a look. Bring back architectural layer, and you can see now we have exterior wall, interior wall. So now I have my walls, and these walls are kind of useful. I can use them to guide where I'll put my pipes and so on. Except that they really obscure everything. It's very hard to see anything inside this structure. So what I'm going to do is I will change the material that is covering the walls. I'm going to change the coloring. So I'll use my paint bucket tool, which is up here, or the letter B, and it accesses the materials library. I've downloaded the SketchUp 6 bonus pack for materials, and so I have a lot of materials here. Materials are different textures, and they come in a number of different flavors. Here are concrete and asphalt. We have blinds if you wanted to make mini blinds or something. Brick, carpet, fencing, ground covers, that's for grass, gravel. But what I want to do is go to the translucent materials, because there are all these different materials here, including there's a safety glass, which is nice. And I'm going to use translucent glass blue, and let's see what that looks like. So I'll click once on this material and it becomes kind of translucent, and so that's kind of nice. Translucent glass blue is pretty useful. It's good because it's a little bit visible, but still you can see inside it. But actually I'd like this material to be even less visible than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom material based on translucent glass blue. So having clicked on it here, up here we have create a material, and the material's name is material 2. It has a color, it has a texture if I wanted to put in a bitmap image, and opacity, which in this case is at 50%. So it's basing my new material on the material that I have active already. I'm going to set this to 25%. and we'll call this translucent glass blue 25. Hit OK, and there it is. And so when you click on it, you can see it becomes even less visible, more translucent, and it's easier to see things that are inside the building. So I'm going to use this. Later on I can paint these surfaces some other way, but for now this is what I kind of like, because I can see inside there, and that will help me to get a look at the layout without having to go into X-ray mode all the time.